Hey, what up everybody, this is Stevie Brie coming to you, and one of the funniest wrestling rumors that there is out there on the main page today, basically what I found was the Bella Twins competing in a Hell in the Cell match. And this honestly brought up so many memories of how many just countless and bad Hell in the Cell matches there have been. The Undertaker versus Boss Man was the first Hell in the Cell that just never really needed to happen. Triple H and Chris Jericho is a match that honestly isn't that good, but honestly I think if you watch it you could find some enjoyment in it. There was a few other ones. Kevin Nash versus Triple H comes to mind as a Hell in the Cell match. It never really needed to happen when they were continuously using the Hell in the Cell, the Bad Blood pay-per-view. But honestly, in my mind, there's nothing that sticks out that would be as bad as the Kennel from Hell match. That would be the Bella Twins competing in a Hell in the Cell match. During the height of the Attitude Era, there was the Kennel from Hell match, which I'm sure everybody knows about, whether if it's just from wrestling history or WWE Countdown or people just watching it on the WWE Network. But this was honestly one of the worst gimmick matches that WWE's ever come up with, basically with Big Boss Man killing Al Snow's dog and feeding him to him. The only way that Al Snow could find payback was putting a steel cage up around the ring and then putting the Hell in the Cell down on top of the steel cage and then surrounding the ring outside of the steel cage in between the cell with Rottweilers and Doberman canine killing machine dogs. I have no clue what they were. Basically, but they couldn't get the dogs to interact the way they wanted to. The dogs were just straight up pissing around the ring. They were marking their territory. Some of them were taking dumps. There was a point when one dog jumped on top of the other one, and we got some dog-on-dog, doggy-style action outside of the ring. But honestly, when it comes down to it, they've never had a Divas Hell in the Cell match. And if they're going to do this, they have a feud on the roster right now that would deserve it more, with AJ and Paige, switching the titles back and forth and be involved in this big sort of, some people call it a lesbian angle that's going down right now. But this sister versus sister total divas bullshit does not deserve to be in the cell. It barely deserves to be in a regular wrestling ring. The Bellas, they've tried their best to get this storyline over, and I think it's the point where now it's just borderline comedy style funny now, where people just, it's not even funny because people aren't laughing at it, with Jerry Springer trying to get in the middle of this, as well as the brother JJ coming down and mixing it up and seeing what he can do. But I don't know, Hell in the Cell, honestly, if they put the Bellas in there, they might as well make this a lockdown style match where basically you put your main event in there, you put your Divas match, you put your Bellas match. It's just borderline funny. The place where this rumor gets started is from Reddit, with Mets Fan Forever is the one who posted it up on there. He's the same person who broke the CM Punk and AJ marriage story. He also said that AJ was pregnant, a rumor that just never really came to fruition. He was the guy who came out and said that JTG was giving his release before WWE announced it. But I don't know. This is a match that nobody wants to see. I don't even think people want to see a regular match. And making it a Hell in the Cell match is only going to put more eyes on it, and people are just going to come down on it more harder than they should, and be judging it as, like it should be one of the greatest wrestling matches of all time, when it's just Brie versus Nikki, and this is going to be bad. Very bad.